Batman issue 81, Tom King writing with John Romita Jr. and Mitch Gerrard's on the art. Although Mitch Gerrard is only in the last
That's
two
a
pages.
lie.
I know.
That's a lie. So I open this and it's the first thing I read on Wednesday morning. You know, wake up, downloaded it. I'm going to buy it in physical anyways, right? This is my life now. And man, I'm like, where's the Gerrard's art? I'm reading this because I need to see the Gerrard's art. All of this Romita Jr. art. I need Gerrard's.
God.
And then it doesn't show up to the last two. I've never felt more cheated in my life.
Do you know, Romita's Bane mask looks like it's like a mummy mask. It looks like, it's like wrapped around his head and strips.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I don't hate Bane. I know a lot of Batman fans, comic fans aren't big on Bane and whatnot. I like Bane. I'm not a fan of this Bane. Just, I know it's called City of Bane, but we've yet to. I don't feel Bane's presence. I feel everybody else's presence, and that's not Romita's fault, right? That's not on the art.
No.
But yeah, I was looking forward to the Gerrard's art. I want to see Gerrard's Bane. I thought they were gonna do something interesting, and
the book,
all the goodwill. This book feels like it's one on, one off. All the goodwill that gets built then is immediately spent.
I mean, I actually kind of like this issue, to be honest. I mean, the art's terrible. The art is absolute garbage, but I like what the story's doing. We start off with Wolverine. I mean, Flashpoint Batman. Who's going to kill Damien, but he's like, no, I can't. He's family. And then Damien's like, I've already gotten out and put myself back up and let everyone in. He's like, yeah, these are my family. And you got Batwoman, Cass, Duke, Huntress, Batgirl, Tim, all come in. Wouldn't it be so cool if Nightwing was on this page with them?
It would be, and I almost feel like that's who Tim was supposed to be. And then they're like, oh no, we can't. Give him a staff and a cape.
Yep. So, but no, I like this. I like the fact that the Bat family assemble to take on Thomas Wayne. And they're actually kind of winning for a while, although Thomas Wayne does seem to get the better of them by the end of the issue. I like this part of the book. Obviously, it cuts back and forth with the other stuff with Batman and Catwoman, but I was into that because it was, it was fun. I felt the violence and like them being like, no, we want to, and I love the part where they say, hey, we were voting as to whether or not we'd actually fight you physically, and it was tied, and it was down to Cass to break the tie, and she just looked down and said Alfred, and I'm like, oh my heart. Even through this horrible art, I felt something there. I felt a tinge.
Yeah, the words.
Even though I don't believe that Alfred's dead, I felt the pain.
Depending on the solicits, I feel like he is, and I feel like it's not going to be handled well.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's almost that weird thing where it hurt that they didn't actually sell it stronger than they did, because I don't believe that he's dead. So Catwoman and Batman are fighting Grundy and whoever that other big dude. I always forget the other guy's name.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
They're fighting them. I do like the whole idea that Batman's like, all of Bane's plans assume that I'm going to be on my own because I always come alone. I'm the sole Batman. Blah blah blah. But the idea of him working so closely with Catwoman is kind of what's going to ultimately save the day and like foil the plan.
I will say the most I like the art is that fight sequence right when he hits that double stomp.
Sure.
That looked pretty cool. But that's because Batman's not really in a lot of those pages. So
that's fair. That's fair. Romita's faces are the worst. Yeah, the absolute worst. I mean, the physiques aren't good either, but the faces are especially bad. So yeah, they're going for Bane and whatever. And so here's the thing. So we got to this reveal where we find out that I mean, it tries to justify in retrospect. I don't think this was answering criticism. I feel like this was just something that was always intended that, we didn't get yet. Because we were questioning, okay, why was there 2 issues on a beach with them training? Why didn't he go straight back to Gotham? In hindsight, it's kind of saying, no. There was this deal they had to stop, and he was training for 2 weeks because time was important. But he didn't leave. Super
Venom.
Yeah. And he didn't leave.
The key.
He didn't leave Gotham protected. There's someone on the inside who is helping, and it started teasing that it was whoever the Joker was. That this is not the real Joker. And so I want to give this reveal props for 2 reasons. One, I started to think it was Dick. That Dick had been
Me
secretly
too.
Dick the whole time, and this was kind of the big bluff, because it kind of calls back to the first issue of Snyder's run, where Dick was pretending to be Joker in Arkham, right? And I got excited for a minute. So I want to give credit for that excitement, but I want to give credit also because that's not the answer. It's not Dick.
No.
But the answer actually made me smile, and I went, you know what? I like this as well. It's not maybe as amazing as Dick, but it turned out to be Clayface, because we've not really seen Clayface since his, apparent death in Detective Comics.
Right.
And the idea that Batman does trust Clayface and that he has been working for Batman in this scenario, I actually really like. So.
Yeah, I like not knowing where Clayface was, and the fact that he comes back here. I don't know. Also, I didn't like that now my, Alfred was Clayface. Theory's out the window because Joker was Clayface.
Sure.
We can't do that twice. So,
but it
was a nice surprise, though. I agree with you, but I did think it was
Yeah.
Dick, and I got very excited because King's the one that took Dick off the table. With the
this would have been a great moment to put him back in and say, no, Dick's been Dick for a while again, and he's been playing.
He had to play his part, and this dude was part of a spy organization, so he knows how to do it, right?
Yeah, but I do like the reveal that it's Clayface. It's a nice. It kind of nicely ties in what Tynion did in Detective into this run as well, and makes that feel somewhat important. So I was into that, and we have the others. Oh my god, see that full page spread of Batman and Catwoman running side by side. It looks terrible. It is such garbage.
He's Wolverine, down to the batarangs making claws.
I know. And Bane looks terrible, and oh my god.
I do like how he takes up the full frame. That's a nice touch.
Sure. It's like he's busting out of the page. There's not enough page to contain him. Yeah, that's a nice idea. And then Flashpoint Batman, has apparently won the physical fight. He comes up to the room,
covered in blood,
and he's forgetting that I'm Batman. Basically, that's what he says at the end. He keeps forgetting that he is my boy and I'm Batman. This was clever, but it didn't work.
I don't like Flashpoint Batman. I'm gonna go and say it. He was fine in Flashpoint. He has no purpose here. I'm not liking this convention. So you'll appreciate this, but when he came up out of in the mansion and yelled Wesker, I'm like, why is this Resident Evil all of a sudden?
I'll be honest. I thought to myself, why is it talking about my cat? What's going on?
Yeah, right. So I also don't like that he apparently stabbed. He had apparently stabbed Tim with a arrow. Like the dude can't catch a break. So
I was almost expecting another reveal here at the end where this Wesker pulled off like a rubber mask and it was Alfred or something like that.
I did too, man. We're lining up too much.
I was still expecting it. I quite like this. I mean, I hate the art. The art is garbage, but I like the plot of this issue.
Decisions that I just they're kind of maddening. So
I'm into the story of this issue. I was into the story of last issue. I've really enjoyed these two issues, despite the fact that the art is absolute garbage. There is 2 more pages though. Bullock is going a bit nuts, and he sees the Doom logo in the sky. This is just a pointless tie-in to what's going on in Justice League this week. That's all it is. A few of the issues had it last week as well. How cruel is it to tease us with this much better art at the end?
I know. That's what I got mad at. I thought when I heard Garrett's was doing a couple pages, I was like, oh, cool. They'll sprinkle it in for a big reveal, right?
Couldn't it have been like all the pages with the Bat family fighting Thomas? Like those could have been Garrett's, no?
Yeah, that's so. Oof.
Yep, pricks.
But also them give like the whole Doom sign. I was like, I wonder what this is officially. And then
I don't know.
We get to know.
It's weird as well because this times all these things like to be right before what's happening in Justice League right now, and it feels like so they all stop doing what they're doing in their own books to go and do the Justice League stuff. I don't know, it's weird. But that was Batman. What you giving it?
I'm gonna give this one a 7.
I am also going to give it a 7, which is weird because you were a bit more negative than I was. But let it be known, I really like the story in this issue. I actually think the storytelling is back more or less on form with these last 2 issues. But the art is obviously dragging it down to that 7, because otherwise this would be, a solid 8.5 or something like that. I'm liking the story in these last couple. The art is horrendous, and John Romita Jr., if he could never draw a comic that I'm going to read again, that'd be lovely. But of course, Action Comics is coming in a couple of months, so I guess I'm stuck with him.
It makes me so mad.